A wise sage receives a cryptic message from an unknown source, hinting at a long-buried truth about the world's emotional landscape. Intrigued, she embarked on a perilous adventure to uncover the secrets. Her journey began in the mystical forest of feelings, where ancient trees whispered tales of forgotten emotions. Aurora's empathic abilities guided her through the dense foliage, navigating the complex web of emotions embedded in the forest. As she ventured deeper, she encountered the enigmatic Keeper of Memories, a guardian of hidden truths. The Keeper presented Aurora with a series of trials, each designed to test her empathetic understanding. The labyrinth of lost emotions, Aurora navigated a maze of forgotten feelings, confronting the shadows of humanity's past. The river of regrets, she waded through a river of sorrow, listening to the whispers of unresolved grief, and also the mountain of mirrors. Aurora faced an array of reflective surfaces, confronting the distorted self-perceptions of humanity. With each trial, Aurora's understanding of the world's emotional tapestry deepened. She discovered hidden patterns and connections, revealing a sinister force manipulating humanity's emotions. Finally, Aurora reached the heart of truth, a glowing crystal containing the world's collective emotional history. As she touched the crystal, she unlocked the shocking truth. A clandestine organization, the Syndicate of Suppression, had been secretly controlling the emotional narrative, suppressing empathy and fueling discord. Aurora realized her mission was far from over. With her newfound understanding, she vowed to expose the Syndicate and free humanity from their emotional shackles. Her adventure had become a quest for emotional liberation, inspiring a revolution of empathy and compassion. Aurora, determined to expose the Syndicate of Suppression, began her quest for emotional liberation. She traveled to the City of Masks, where people wore emotional disguises to conceal their true feelings. With her empathic abilities, Aurora navigated the city's hidden undercurrents, gathering allies and uncovering the Syndicate's influence. She met Lyra, a rebellious artist whose emotional expressions were censored by the Syndicate. Kale, a former Syndicate member, haunted by the emotional scars of his past. Maya, a charismatic leader, secretly fueling the emotional revolution. Together, they formed the Luminari, a group dedicated to spreading empathy and truth. Aurora used her powers to awaken the city's dormant emotions, inspiring a wave of creative expression and honest connections. As the Luminari's influence grew, the Syndicate retaliated with their dark emotional agents, the Shadow Weavers. Aurora and her allies confronted the Shadow Weavers in an epic battle of emotions. The melody of empathy, Aurora harmonized the city's emotions, creating a symphony of compassion. The canvas of courage, Lyra's art ignited a beacon of hope, inspiring others to express themselves. The river of resilience, Kale's emotional scars healed, as he found solace in the Luminari's support. The Luminari emerged victorious, shattering the Syndicate's grip on the city. Aurora's journey continued as she ventured into the unknown, seeking the source of the Syndicate's power and the truth about her own destiny. The quest for emotional liberation had become a legend, inspiring generations to come. Aurora's journey continued as she delved deeper into the mysteries of the Syndicate. She discovered a dark connection between the organization and human trafficking rings. Determined to put an end to this heinous crime, Aurora used her empathic abilities to track down the traffickers. She traveled to the underworld of the city, where the vulnerable and exploited were trapped. Aurora's heart resonated with the pain and fear of the victims, guiding her through the treacherous landscape. With her Luminari allies, Aurora infiltrated a trafficking ring, using her powers to sense the captives' emotional scars, identifying the traffickers' methods. Connect with the victims, offering hope and comfort in the darkness. Disrupt the traffickers' emotional control, breaking their hold on the captives. As they freed the victims, Aurora confronted the traffickers, using her empathy to expose their motivations and weaknesses. The traffickers, overwhelmed by their own emotions, surrendered or fled in disarray. Aurora's next step was to unite the freed victims, creating a support network to heal their emotional wounds. She established the Sanctuary of Hope, a safe haven for survivors to share their stories and find solace. However, the syndicate's leader, the enigmatic Archon, emerged from the shadows, revealing a personal connection to Aurora's past. The Archon sought to crush her empathy and claim dominion over the emotional landscape. Aurora, undaunted, stood firm, her empathetic heart burning brighter than ever. With her Luminari allies and the survivors of human trafficking, she prepared for a final confrontation against the Archon and the Syndicate. The fate of humanity's emotions hung in the balance, as Aurora's journey reached its climax. Aurora, accompanied by her Luminari allies and the survivors of human trafficking, faced off against the Archon and the Syndicate in an emotional showdown. The Archon unleashed a maelstrom of dark emotions, seeking to consume Aurora's empathy and shatter her resolve. But Aurora stood firm, her heart aglow with compassion and understanding. With each wave of darkness, Aurora countered with a corresponding emotion. Fear became courage, anger became empathy, despair became hope. The battle raged, emotions clashing in a spectacular display. The Archon's powers grew stronger, but Aurora's empathy adapted, evolving to meet each challenge. In a final, desperate bid to defeat Aurora, the Archon summoned the collective pain of the trafficked victims. But Aurora embraced the pain, her heart absorbing the anguish. Transfigured by the collective suffering, Aurora's empathy became a boundless ocean, engulfing the Archon and the Syndicate. The darkness was consumed, transmuted into a radiant light. The Archon, defeated, revealed a shocking truth. Aurora was the last living heir of the ancient empathic bloodline, born to restore balance to the emotional landscape. With the Syndicate dismantled and the Archon defeated, Aurora's journey reached its climax. She became the beacon of hope, illuminating a new era of empathy and compassion. The world began to heal, as Aurora's legend inspired generations to come. In the aftermath, Aurora established the Empathic Council, a global network dedicated to protecting the emotional landscape and supporting those affected by human trafficking. Her legacy continued, a shining testament to the transformative power of empathy.